Okay.
Okay. Welcome back to... Honestly, I have no idea what number we're on. 14?
Our living room.
Oh, shit. Welcome back to our living room. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit different setup today. We're just holding these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of on a, I don't say a time crunch, but we're off schedule normally, and we're both sick. We skipped last week. I have hardly a voice. It's been a rough week.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a rough, I'd say probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I would say just before Thanksgiving to like current. Yeah. It's been rough.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll have to excuse my lack of a voice. It's coming back, but
It is. It's just at the end of the day, and you know
you're busy.
You've done enough talking today that it wants you to stop.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of update everything that's going on, and yeah, we skipped a week. Last time we talked about Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And what else did we do that week? Do you remember?
Are you the asshole? Or am I the asshole?
Are you the asshole?
Which
I am,
you
yes.
are, yes. However, no, we talked.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
Am I the asshole?
Yep. I have some questions here if we need to fill some time later, but for now we can just do an update.
We'll do a little life update.
So we got sick.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Jack got sick first, I would say.
Yep. Jack spent the weekend.
By the way, no cameo from Jack this week. He's currently sleeping.
Oh, he is
passed out.
You can't see
asleep.
this?
Yeah.
He's passed out.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
8:13.
8:13.
Yep.
And
Very
let's
early
just
for
say
him.
it's going to be a really rough night for Mom. Yeah.
So Jack got sick first. He got this cough. This really nasty wet cough.
Yeah.
We took him to the pediatrician. They said...
Well, no, hold on. You got to backtrack. Because we took him to the pediatrician for his 10-month appointment. And we were like, oh, yeah, like he's got some congestion.
Yeah.
Like it's not it's not a lot. And they were like, okay, like if he gets worse or a fever, bring him back.
They said it's kind of just something going around
exactly.
right now.
Yes.
It's that time of season.
They didn't test him for RSV or strep. You know what I mean? Like nothing. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we brought him home. Gave him his typical, Tylenol cold for babies, whatever, trying to fight it at home.
Yep.
And
for a while,
it was over a week.
it didn't get worse, but it wasn't getting better, really.
Right. Yes, it was the same.
Kind of the same.
Yeah. And then
I would say probably 3 days after that is when you started getting sick.
Yes. I started I don't even know what hit me, to be honest. I had a dry cough, but then it turned into a wet cough. Mm-hmm. And then you
started generally feeling crappy.
Oh, I just, yeah. And then I woke up one morning and I was like, I don't feel good. I either need to go to the doctor or the emergency room, and it was Sunday. Where are you going to go?
Right. So
so we went to urgent care.
Yep.
And, you were like, oh, they're just going to, or I was like, oh, they're just going to tell me, I have a cold, take Tylenol cold, severe, whatever.
Jack,
yeah. So we get there, and, he's listening to my lungs, and he tells me that I sound like a broken accordion, breathing in and out. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny,
Yeah.
And then.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah. They do a breathing treatment on me, because at this point, I'm wheezing.
Yeah.
You can't.
And you couldn't really catch your breath.
Oh,
you were, short of breath.
I couldn't have a conversation with anybody. I worked that day from home, and I texted my referee, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be muted because I don't feel good. This is no joke.
What's going on?
Yeah. And he would ask me a question. I'd have to stop in the middle of my answer. Take a breath. You know what I mean? It wasn't I can have a run-on sentence.
Yep.
Anyways, so the doctor he listened to my lungs. They did a breathing treatment, which honestly I didn't feel any different afterwards whatsoever.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I sounded different. I didn't feel nothing. Mm-hmm. And then they did an x-ray of my lungs, and they found fluid in my left lung. And they said I have early onset pneumonia, which I've never had pneumonia before. So, like, I didn't know how serious it was.
Yeah.
You know, and they gave me $60 worth of prescriptions to take, which is so much.
Yeah.
And then basically just said, like, if you start feeling worse, come back or go to your doctor, you know.
Yep.
I don't think I got worse, but I just think it took a really long time for that medication to kick in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah.
It took a couple of days.
Exactly. And then that night, because it was Sunday, that night I was laying, because I slept on the couch, because I was sleeping upright, you know. So I had like all these pillows. That night I was like, do I go to the emergency room? Like, I can't breathe. Like, I literally could not, like...
Yeah.
Like, I was scared that if I laid down, I would... I don't know. Like, your thoughts get the best of you, and you think, like, I'm going to drown. Like, I'm going to die. So, like, I started, like, kind of, like, freaking out. Like, I almost had my mom come stay the night so that she could stay with Jack. Like... Yeah. I was starting to think, like, I have to go to the emergency room, you know?
Yep.
And thankfully, I didn't. I was able to calm myself down and fall asleep. Thank God. I got absolutely no sleep, though.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you've been sleeping on the couch for...
A week. Today's a week.
Because you can sleep straight up.
I can sleep upright, yeah.
Yeah. And because, like, I would say the day after you started getting sick, I got a cough.
Yep.
And we were just coughing all night, waking each other up.
Yeah.
It was
not good.
So I arguably think I had it the easiest.
Yes.
I had a cough. Was a dry cough.
You kept telling everybody, I'm fine.
It's kind of wet now, but, you know, whatever. Cough, and I lost my voice. And that's it. I never felt bad. Never felt tired. Never felt like... Yeah. I literally felt fine. I just had this really annoying cough. And then lost my voice 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So.
And then I had to. So Monday I worked from home, which was fantastic because, I could like work on the couch. You know, like I didn't have to like I worked, but like I worked on the couch, and then like I took a nap on lunch. Like I was able to like refuel, recharge. You know, like work at my own pace. Tuesday, I decided to go in because I didn't have the option to work from home. Mm-hmm. So I had to go in.
Yep.
So I did a half a day Tuesday, came home, and I took the rest of the day off. Yeah, I took the rest of the day off on Tuesday and just relaxed.
Yep.
Like, and then Wednesday I worked from home.
Is what you needed to do.
Absolutely. I should have done that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, to be honest with you. And then Wednesday I worked from home, which... Again, was amazing because I could just work. You can just work at your own pace, you know, like. Yeah. And then Thursday, I took the entire day off because I felt like if I didn't have one full day of just rest, I was never gonna get better. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like I was just setting myself back every single time I, like, did the laundry, like walked up and down the stairs because like that's like as out of shape as I am, that took everything out of me. Yeah. Like it's ridiculous to say that like you can't breathe after walking up a flight of stairs. Yeah. No. I mean I couldn't.
That's what bronchitis and pneumonia will
Oh yeah, and bronchitis. Sorry, I forgot to say that they also gave me bronchitis too. Yeah. My rings are on the changing table. Oh.
When can I expect papers?
Tomorrow. I just remember. I just went like this and went, oh, they're not there. Yeah. Yeah. Another life update. No, I'm just kidding.
And then Thursday, you took the whole day off.
So, yeah, Thursday, I was like, I'm not going in. Yeah. I need this entire day.
And I think that was probably the turning point for you.
1,000%.
Yeah. You slept minimum of 3 hours. Yeah. I was sitting here working. You were over there just snoring, sawing logs. Yeah. It was at least 3 hours. Yeah. And then I think you woke up, and that's kind of like... Yeah. That was the up. Yes. After that.
Yes. Yes.
You've been kind of up since then.
Well, and Jack wasn't sleeping great throughout the night. Yeah. So, like, I wasn't getting consistent sleep. Yeah. You know, like... Yeah. So, yes, I would agree 100% that Thursday was my turning point. Yeah. Yeah. I needed that day. Yeah. For sure. Mm. So I don't regret that day whatsoever. Yeah. I would do it again. Yep. And then Friday I had to go to work, which is fine because I was feeling somewhat better.
Yep. Oh, I think we forgot to include this, but we skipped Thanksgiving. We didn't go to family. Oh, yeah. We didn't see family. Nothing. Your mom brought over.
Mom and Dad
brought over
turkey,
some food,
ham,
because we think that we got sick from them. Yeah. I guess. So yeah.
I think my mom started it.
It was kind of like the safe play.
Yeah. They had already had it. They had already had medication. Yeah. Like they were on the mend.
Yeah. So they weren't concerned about getting sick because they already had it. So they brought over food, which was nice. So we got to have Thanksgiving food, but our plan, we didn't go
anywhere.
We were gonna go to my family and your family, and didn't get to see anyone, which was a bummer.
Yeah, my sister canceled hers too because Maisie got sick. So
yep. So
it was basically just like a really bad time, like a really terrible Thanksgiving. Like we just got sick.
Yeah, that was right when we were starting to feel pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like by then I had a cough. Yes. You were feeling pretty bad. That was Thursday, obviously.
Thursday, yeah.
That Sunday is when you went to urgent care. Yeah. So. And then, like we said, you didn't start feeling better until the following Thursday.
Yeah. I'm so glad we didn't go.
Yeah.
Because had we had gone and anybody at your parents' house gotten sick, I would have felt absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Definitely made the right call on not going.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
As hard as it was, because Thanksgiving is, great.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Thanksgiving?
Right.
But I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't justify it,
No.
So we got Christmas coming up, so we'll see everybody then.
And we are busy.
Oh my God.
We're so busy.
Bruh.
It's the
today alone.
Busy. It's the holidays, whatever. But holy crap! Literally today, we pretty much scheduled all of December.
Every single weekend we're busy.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sundays, basically.
Yep.
And if we're not busy on a Sunday, I'm not making plans. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Because the Saturday we're already super busy.
Super busy.
So we're gonna do something on Saturday, but Sunday's gonna be a rest day.
Yep.
Yep.
Granted,
it's 1 month.
Those days are a fun thing. I'm going with Austin on the whatever that Sunday.
Yeah.
But we missed Thanksgiving, so we're gonna see. My family on next Saturday or whatever. Yep. We kind of had to reschedule Thanksgiving almost.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
We're busy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But today we went to
Frankenmuth.
What did we do yesterday? Oh, I went RCing.
And I went Christmas shopping.
Christmas shopping, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then today I went to Frankenmuth and Bronner's.
Mm-hmm. With Austin and Karina, yes, friends.
Familiar, it's like a Christmas city. It's a city that revolves around Christmas. It's a little German themed town.
Yeah.
And they have Bronner's, which is the largest Christmas store in the world.
Yeah.
And
it was
Karina told us that
packed.
It opened at 10, so we got there at 10:30, and it turns out on Sunday they open at noon.
No. Yes.
So we had to kill some time and walk around town in the rain.
Yeah.
And then we got back to Bronner's at 11:45, and there was already a line, huge line formed of people waiting to get in. This place is packed. Of course, it's 3 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be packed, whatever. So we kind of just went in, and I don't want to say we did what we wanted and got out, but we did what we wanted and got out.
Yeah.
You and I got ornaments for being married and for Jack's first Christmas.
Yep.
Austin and Karina got ornament for being, first year married, whatever. And then we decided to start a little mini village. Yeah. So we bought this little house back here. I don't know if you can see it. But
you kind of can.
We kind of decided that every year we'll buy another.
Add a little more.
Add a little more.
My I started thinking about it, and my uncle makes, I don't know if he still does, but he has wood tables.
Yeah.
So it would be fun to get a wood, even just if it's specifically for this, you know what I mean? We just have it in the basement, whatever.
Yeah.
But if we could have a corner for it, and then we could put down that fake snow, you know what I mean? And kind of grow it. But I might talk to him at the Christmas party and see if he has any to sell, and maybe we'll buy one.
So my grandparents my dad's parents had a village that they put up every year.
Mm-hmm.
And when they passed, my brother took it all. And I remember talking to him like a year or two ago.
No, it was when I was here.
So it was last year?
Yeah.
To get like just one or like I don't want to take the whole thing, you know, but like I was like, can I just get like one or two of them?
Yeah.
And he said like some of them need work. They're kind of like, you know, they're old. Obviously, some of them are very old, so they need a little repair or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, not a big deal. Just it would be cool to have like one or two of those sprinkled into our little village. So
we could have like a old time, you know, like your grandparents, like an older version, like
like a neighborhood that's like older.
Yes, and then like in the front we could have like the newer houses, you know.
Okay. Yeah. I want to do like a little train too, like.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
It'd be fun.
You've got big big plans for this.
But yeah, it was fun. It's like, you know, it was fun to do.
It was fun, and it's only like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
It wasn't far.
Yeah.
Jack did fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like slept the entire way up there.
Yeah.
Hung out like the entire time, ate great. I mean, that baby is just...
He travels well.
Yeah, he travels well, and he's just so happy all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, and then, like, now we're just... Every weekend is busy.
Yeah. It's insane.
I work remote 100%, but my team wants me to go in one day for, like, for the holiday thing. Like, I think everyone, like... somebody's bringing in like a dessert because I think like 2 or 3 of us have a birthday coming up, so somebody's gonna bring in like a little
you have a birthday coming up?
A little dessert thing. You know, just to kind of like get together, get in the office, whatever. It's like I gotta go in one day, and then like every weekend it's just like,
do you want me to make a dessert or something for you to take in?
I was thinking about like making like something for like lunch almost.
Like is it just for your team?
Yeah.
So it'd be like for like 5, yeah. Okay.
I didn't know if I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could do chili and just like the crock pot in or something.
Some type of crock pot meal. I gotta talk to them, but I just figured I could make something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Your chili's pretty good. We just made it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty delicious.
So easy to make.
Yeah.
And like once the weather gets cold, I crave that. Like, it's just like hearty and like nice and warm and
Yep. Heats up well too, so it's you know, you can have it for leftovers.
Yeah. And I always make it with noodles. That's the only way I really like chili is like with noodles.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I had something else and I'm totally blanking.
I don't know. Did you want to talk about the other life update?
I don't know. Do you?
I mean, we can.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Okay. Well, we found out that. Well, hold on. Let me go back. Friday the 13th, in October 13th.
Yep.
We decided to kind of spontaneously take a pregnancy test. Mm-hmm. And that pregnancy test came up positive. Yeah. Very faint line though. Like it was a line. Yeah. But it was like. Yeah. Okay, that's a positive. Yes.
But like everything you say says, or everything you read,
yes.
Doesn't matter if it's faint.
Yeah.
And a false positive is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like it never happens.
Yeah. So we took that, and then we attended a Halloween party with my coworkers that night.
Oh yeah.
So we had to like.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, do you want a Jello
shot?"
Yeah.
And then like
and
you
you're
know,
like, "I don't like Jello."
I love Jello.
And then you turn to me and you whisper, "I love Jello." Yeah. Yeah.
And then they were like offering me like mixed drinks. Like my referee was like, "Hey, try this drink." You know, it's like his like mixed drink, and I'm like, I got a headache. I think I said I had a headache all day. And I'm like, what?
And
whatever.
They were like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then, so that was fun. And then nothing really like crazy happened. Like, no, like, I mean, I was still early, so it's not like I had like mood swings or like cravings or anything, whatever. Yeah. So we made our appointment, and we went in on I think like November 8th.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
the next day, Saturday, you took 2 more tests.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them were positive.
They were positive, yes.
Which was like, of course.
I think that was right before my missed period, though. Like, I think I took it the day that I was supposed to start my period.
Yeah.
Just like I did with him.
Yep.
Like, I took it the day after.
Yep.
And so I took 2 more, yep. And then we made our appointment, and it was November 8th. I believe something like that. It was the first week in November, I believe, or something like that, because it was right after Chicago.
Yep.
And we went to the doctor, and they did the ultrasound, and they were like, "Yep, like we heard a heartbeat, whatever." Like they didn't say anything. Like we just kind of like
it was kind of a weird. Like it was kind of weird from what I remember from the first one. It was like. It kind of took them a long time to like get to the heartbeat part. She was like looking around a lot. Yeah. And like, of course, like I started getting nervous. Like, lady, what are you doing? And then like, she does the heartbeat part, and you're like, oh,
thank God. Like, cool. Okay, never mind.
Yep. And doesn't really say anything. And she's like, okay, doctor, we'll see you in this room, whatever. And just,
So like set us down, whatever, and it's like the nurse practitioner. Yeah. Something like that. Nurse practitioner, something like that. She's not like the doctor, but she's like whatever. Yes. So, like we're sitting there talking with her, and she goes through the whole spiel about like, pregnancy, whatever, and like we're trying to figure out like, okay, when's my due date? Like when's my due date? Yeah. And she's like, well, we'll talk about the ultrasound, whatever. And she's going through like Lamaze classes and we're here for lactation support and like
not TMI, but typically you can figure out your due date based on your last period.
Missed period.
Not the missed one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your last period.
Yes.
And you didn't like track it correctly or
No,
something?
I
Normally
didn't.
You do. So we didn't know. It was like all, we were like, come on.
Yeah, like am I 6?
Right.
Or am I 8? Because I had my app telling me I was 6, and I had my other, telling me that I was 7. So it's like, okay, which one is it,
we didn't know.
And by the look of the ultrasound, that's a tiny little bean. Yeah. Like you can't tell.
Can't. They can because they measure
for
it,
sure. Yeah, like they know.
Yeah.
So she gets to the ultrasound and she's talking and she's like, here's a sac that has a baby, and then here's another sac, and she's like, we want you to come back in a week because, the other sac it's almost like it's like you can't see a baby until like 6 weeks. Yeah. Like it doesn't form or whatever, So they were like, we want you to come back in a week, and we'll do another ultrasound. That way we can measure, like we can see kind of like where you're at. Yeah. So now
basically she gave us 2 scenarios of it's either going to be twins.
Yes.
Or it's going to be
vanishing twin syndrome.
Syndrome, which basically the second sac doesn't develop. Yep. It just kind of goes away.
It disappears
by your body. Mm-hmm. And then technically the existing baby is a twin, but isn't because there's only one.
And it would be fraternal because there's 2 sacs.
Yes.
So we were like, what?
Yeah.
Like I was like,
yeah.
I laughed so hard that I think I started crying because I was watching you and it was like, we've talked about this. Like we've joked
so much about
because my mom's a twin and like I've always wanted twins.
Red flag,
like I've wanted twins since high school. Like I've been like,
I think even the doctor was like, oh, does twins run? Mm-hmm. And you're like, my mom's a twin, and she went, yeah. And it's prevalent on the mom side. It's prevalent in mom. Skips a generation. You're not a twin.
Exactly. So my sister's not a twin. My mom didn't have twins. So it's like, yes, like this is my calling. Like I've wanted twins. Yeah. So we were just, I mean, you were very like stagnant. You were very like, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm going to wait till next appointment. Like I'm not going to psych myself out. You know, like of course we're excited about a baby, but like we're not going to go like, oh my God, we're having twins.
Right.
I went, oh my God, we're having twins.
Yeah.
Fast. Yeah. Like I was so excited. Yeah. Started thinking of names.
Well, like I came home and like Googled it, and it said like vanishing twin syndrome happens in like 35% of cases or something. So like statistically, it's more likely that we would have twins.
Yes. Yeah. And so like, just, I don't know, like I took that information and ran with it. Like super pumped. so excited. Couldn't wait to tell everyone. I mean, like, it's fun to tell people, hey, you're pregnant, but like to be like, hey, we're pregnant with twins. Like, that's just one of those, like,
and we did.
We did.
They say, and we'll circle back to this later, but they say, typically you wait until 12 weeks.
Yeah.
We didn't with Jack. We didn't this time. We have like a couple family members and a very couple close friends that we saw in person, and we took the advantage or the opportunity.
But not with everybody.
Not with everybody.
Because it was more like if we saw them and we knew that it was going to be a social interaction, like, hey, we were going to the Red Wings game.
Yes.
I would have had a drink that night.
If the opportunity was there.
Because we
went out with Ken and Kelly. And and they were like, "You're not getting a drink," and so we told them.
And so we told them.
Obviously, very early, we knew it was very early.
So
but
we didn't tell a lot of people.
No.
We told family, immediate family.
Yeah.
And then maybe like 4 friends.
Yeah.
Because of that social interaction.
Yes. And
I wanted to, because it was twins, I wanted to really, really take this in for us. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to like share this excitement between you and I before telling the entire world.
Yes. Yeah. And we didn't tell people because we had to. Obviously, we went out with Ken and Kelly. Yeah. You could have just said, "Oh, I'm not feeling this
yeah, exactly."
Or whatever.
Yeah.
We share that excitement. We wanted to share that excitement. So
I think we told Ken and Kelly before it was twins. I'm almost positive before we went to the doctor.
Yeah. So just as a little tidbit, we didn't wait with Jack. We told family pretty much right away.
We told everybody, immediately.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, this one for me, I wanted to wait to tell people. I wanted to wait almost the 12 weeks. Well, that was my plan.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
To tell a lot of people, I think.
Yes.
With Jack, we told a lot more people early.
Oh,
I think at this time it was a little bit more reserved, but we were still open to.
Oh, yeah.
We'll tell select people.
No one at work knew. Like, usually I would be like, hey, like, if I don't feel good, you know what I mean? Like, if I have morning sickness, like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anybody at work.
Right.
No one.
Yeah. And with Jack, we didn't post it, like, on social media until 12 weeks, but pretty much all of our friends knew.
Yes.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, we'll circle back. So, we went to, am I back to the appointment now? I think that's where I'm at.
Yes.
Okay. So, we made the second appointment, and we waited a whole week, and we went back, and we got the very devastating news that we had lost both of them.
Yep.
There wasn't a heartbeat, and I don't think the second baby ever developed. It
actually had gone away at that point because they did another ultrasound and didn't see a second sac.
Oh, they didn't tell me this.
They told us when we were in the room, but I think you were a little emotional and might have missed it. But
wait, when? What about?
She said
during my ultrasound they said it?
After.
Oh,
She mentions something about like we might have to pause here. She mentioned something about how
let me at least just put his bank in.
Okay. Hold please.
Sorry.
Okay, we're back. So I had to try so hard to remember where we left off.
Yeah, you have to remember.
The second ultrasound didn't show twins.
Oh.
And the doctor didn't know about it.
Oh.
And then either you or me asked about it. Like, I think something like, so we lost both. And she was like kind of confused for a second. She was like, I only saw one. She went back to our original ultrasound. And she was like, yep, there definitely was 2 the first time.
Yep.
And unfortunately, they're both gone now. So, yes, the one did vanish, and then the second one, no heartbeat the second time.
Yep.
Yep.
So, like, during that whole situation, I know I've said this to you 1,000 times, like, I know that in the beginning of, like, an early, like, pregnancy, like, you have the, like, unfortunate, miscarriage. Like you can miscarry. You can miscarry. Like so common. It happens to one in 4 women. I Googled the statistics. I did not go into that appointment thinking like there's gonna be 2 or there's gonna be 1.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like
we
there
lost
wasn't
sight of the fact that
there could
it's
be
still
none.
very early.
Exactly.
And there could be none.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like
no
I think
fault on us. It just, it just emotions and
you get excited. You start thinking, the future. You start like making plans and whatnot. And it was that was a hard.
It was tough.
That was a hard concept to grasp.
Yeah.
I still don't think I'm 100% over it.
No.
Like
You'll never be.
we miscarried. And then we got sick, and then like now we're just now getting over it. So like I feel like we're like now I'm like in that like grieving, like okay, like we have to move on, whatever.
Yeah.
We did have to go through with. They gave us 3 options. We could either let my body miscarry on its own.
Yep.
At any point in time, I could miscarry.
Yep.
Or I could take a pill, go home, and miscarry at home.
Yeah, it would essentially speed up the process.
Speed up, yes, exactly. Or I can do a DNC, and they could go in, put me under anesthesia, and basically just kind of take everything out, clean it all up.
Yep.
And after talking to you, 1 wasn't an option because that just gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I couldn't just sit there and think.
And wait.
I wouldn't leave the house.
Right.
Because that's nothing I want to go through.
Yep.
Not being at home. You know what I mean? Like, one wasn't an option.
As it is, we have to go back to work.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. So,
life still goes on for me, and you, obviously.
Uh-huh.
But, like, that was an option.
Right.
2, go home and, like, go through, like, the process of, like, miscarrying.
Take the pill.
The pill. I Googled it when I got home just to kind of see, like, like, what other people did. And a lot of people said that, like, depending on how far along you are, you could have contractions.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to associate that. You know what I mean? Like,
like, for sure.
I had contractions with Jack.
Yep.
And, like, that was a happy time. Like, as much as they sucked, it was we're having a baby.
Yep.
I'm so excited. I couldn't go home.
For sure.
And miscarry and have contractions and think about the 1 or possibly 2 babies that we were not going to have.
Yes.
So we went for the 3rd option.
Yep.
Which was the more, like anesthesia, surgery, prep, whatever. It was probably the best option for me because I wanted to get 100%. It absolutely done.
Just wanted it over with.
Yes.
And to move on.
Move on.
Yeah.
And
not that you ever will, but.
No. I mean, yes.
Yep.
So, telling people was not great. I mean, like, you had to. We didn't tell a lot of people, thankfully.
We didn't. No.
But still, like, the handful of people that we did tell, and
we had to break the news.
We did.
And this is what I was meaning by it. We'll circle back to it because we talked about this and kind of said that we wouldn't do it any differently.
No.
Because telling people that we're pregnant, we got to share the excitement.
Yeah.
And then telling people about the miscarriage, we got to share the grief.
Right.
Not in the sense that we're putting that onto them, but it was a way for us to get it off our chest.
Right.
And then we had friends who were supportive, and we had, Ken and Kelly brought us dinner one night, and us and Karina dropped off like a little
care package,
like just like the little things to show the care, and that was, very sentimental, nice,
yes.
and
it was so nice. Yes.
So it was, like I said, we talked about it, and it was like if we get pregnant again, I would tell people.
Yes.
And knowing that it could happen again, and it was just, I think it was easier on us because trying to keep that in.
Oh yeah.
And that's why we're saying this is to talk about it. It
exactly.
happens, like you said, it's 1 in 4
it's not
people.
a secret.
No.
I think miscarriages are. It's a huge stigma
yes.
that no one likes to talk about.
Yeah.
Of course, it is terrible. It's absolutely devastating
sure.
to think you just go through the whole I'm having a baby. Yeah. Like, we're having, it's July 3rd is the due date, you know, like a
great time.
Yeah. Summertime, you know, like you start thinking like the future.
Yep.
And like, you don't really want to, like, I don't know. I guess there's just no sense on like keeping it in. You know what I mean? Like, you're not sitting there trying to be like, like, I don't want to tell people because I don't want attention. I want people to know because we are essentially, you know, going to have another baby. And I don't want it to go, you know, like, oh, when's Jack going to get a sibling? Well, we're trying, you know, like it's not a secret.
Yeah.
It's just.
And also, I won't call anybody out specifically, but we have family and friends that have both gone through this.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so we can share and relate, and they can express those feelings and that kind of thing. So it's just, it should be talked about because it happens. And the other thing too is the doctor was very reassuring to us that this was not our fault. It happens. It's unfortunate, but it's a part of it. And, you know, it and then she also told us that it wouldn't affect anything going forward. You know, if you have one miscarriage, there's no statistic that says you'll have another one or that you're at a higher risk or anything like that. She was very, like, very reassuring in that sense, which I thought was great. You know, like it was very good to hear.
The, like, thought process behind not blaming yourself, though,
is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've had this conversation with so many people. Like, you start to sit there and think, like, okay, what did I do?
Yeah.
Like, what did I do wrong? You know, like, was it I carried laundry downstairs? Was that too much on my body? You know what I mean? Like, you start to think about, like, all these tiny little things that you did.
Yeah.
But, like,
realistically,
it just
didn't happen.
Yeah. And, like, it's not, it is my fault because it's my body. But, like, it's not my fault because I didn't do anything specifically.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't happen.
When you break it down, the science behind a baby, the whole thing is insane.
Yeah.
And, like, it's crazy that it even happens as often as it does.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
And, like, 1 in 4, that's such a large amount of, I almost said small amount of people. That's such a large amount of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. 25%.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably so many people that we know out there who have had a miscarriage that we don't even know about it.
And, didn't say anything.
Which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you grieve the way that you want to.
Yes.
The way that we do it is a little bit more open and vocal. And, you know, like, I have to talk about these things.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with my coworker, Jackie, on Friday. And it was like, I have to talk about it. Like, to get my feelings and everything off of my chest or like out of my body, I have to talk about it.
And that's what we both said was like, I think there was one point where you looked at me and you're like, could you imagine if we did this like in silence?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, that's just
kept it a secret from everyone.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like we're sitting there gloating. Like, it's not like we're looking for sympathy.
No.
It's a very like not natural, but like it's a very sad thing to happen, and you're just looking for almost comfort. You know what I mean? Like, comfort from other people to know that like this is what you're going through, and it's okay, and it's you know, you can try again. You know, and so
and we're of course very lucky and blessed to have Jack.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and so it's like not that one thing affects the other, but you know, we're lucky enough to have one, and you know, it's there are people out there who go through this and multiple times and never have a baby, and you know, so it's just there's so many things around it, and it's just like we figured we'd just talk about it, and you know, it happens.
It does,
and that's okay. So
So
the procedure went fine. Everything went, you know, doctor said everything was great.
Procedure went fine. You came home.
You took a rest, and then you're basically back to normal the next day.
Did I sleep that day?
You were really loopy on the anesthesia.
I was so hungry.
Yeah.
What did we eat for lunch that day? What did we get?
Could not even remember.
I can't remember either. But I just remember being so hungry.
Yeah, because you couldn't eat from like starting at midnight the night before or whatever.
Midnight. And then my procedure was at I think like 10.
Yeah.
10 the next morning.
Gave you the graham crackers afterwards.
Oh, the graham crackers and apple juice. And she's like, "Would you like more apple juice?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I would."
Yeah. So
yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry. So that's the biggest life update that I think that we have, and
yep.
Yeah, we're just trying to now kind of, go through the whole grieving process and moving on and not to sound harsh and saying life goes on, but it does. Yeah.
And it's okay.
It's not like a life goes on like oh, that's a bummer. It's like no, like we can now like attempt again, or you know what I mean, like like eventually try again, or you know what I mean, like when we're ready, when we're, but like yes, life does go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's something that like I said, I don't think either one of us will ever get over it. No. But
I'll never get over that. No.
You kind of like accept it and keep going.
Yeah.
So
it'll always be like not in the back of my head, but like just somewhere in my heart. You know what I mean? Like it'll just be one of those like, and like of course I was 7 weeks, so like super early, can't even tell gender. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those like, but you will always like me. I will always sit there and think like, who were they, or who you know what I mean? Like if there was two, boy or girl.
Right.
2 boys?
Right.
2 girls? Like, what was it? Like, you'll always sit there and think, like...
Yep.
And, like, what would they be as happy as Jack? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
would
you just...
one be super colicky?
Exactly,
and cry,
yeah. Like, you just start... Like, in the back of your head, you just think, like, who were they?
Yeah.
But we'll never know.
Nope.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah. We can...
Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
I guess, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the biggest thing that we had going on, and then Thanksgiving happened. Well, sorry. No, actually, the miscarriage happened, Thanksgiving happened, and then that following Monday I had my procedure. And then that following Thursday, I got sick. Yep. And
then, we've been just...
nonstop.
Yeah. It's been a hectic couple weeks.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. And
I'm
then
excited to get my voice back.
Yeah, once January comes, I think we have absolutely nothing. So thank God.
Which is pretty typical.
Yeah. Well, Jack's first birthday.
So I wasn't sure if we were going to talk about the miscarriage tonight or whatever. So I had questions pulled up, like I said, to fill some time if needed. And I scrolled and just stopped at like the first one that I would ask, and it was, what month on the calendar would you like to eliminate?
What month?
Yeah. And for me, it's like February.
I'm going March.
Like, I think that the post-holiday, like, is just so... It's such a, like, crappy time.
Yeah.
It goes by so slow.
Yeah.
It's cold. Like, usually, like, that January, February is, like, cold.
Yeah.
And it's just miserable. And you're just waiting for, like...
Yeah. Summer.
Yeah, like spring.
Spring,
like flowers, and the day that it turns 50 and you roll your windows down.
Yeah. I think that's why I say March, because March is one of those months where it's like you could have like a decently like 50, 60 degree day, or you could have like
6 inches of snow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, get rid of March.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. But yeah, not too.
But also, we have a mixer now.
We do. Yep.
So we can have more than one guest.
We can, yes.
So I think after the first of the year,
yes,
because life is absolutely insane for us right now.
Yeah.
December is filled. We will have guests, and our first guest is Lane.
And it's Lane. Well, our second guest is Lane.
Second guest. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yep. Yes. So, not to turn this podcast into a sad one, but that's just a life update.
Yeah.
And we're good, and it happens. And
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a really strong support system.
Yes.
I mean, we have a lot of people that, love us and care for us and have shown that in a lot of different ways. So, shout out to those people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't know how long this is because
I took a break.
Because that break, but we've been going for an hour and 4 minutes. That break is probably 15 minutes.
Probably 15, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe next week we'll do questions or...
Yeah, we should do something like fun. We should do like a, I don't know. Like we should vlog something.
Instead of a podcast?
No, we should do a podcast, but let's vlog the tiles. Putting the tiles down. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, because we want to do the tiles in the basement, or the flooring in the basement.
The flooring.
But I was just kidding. We're not actually doing that.
We are slowly chipping away at working on our basement to get a dedicated podcast area where we can podcast and I can film Amazon videos.
Yes.
So this will only be around for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Pretty soon you won't see the...
We have a lot to do down there.
The blep.
Realistically, but...
Bleep.
The bleep.
The blepper.
Yeah, we... Just kind of a pain to have to set this up. Every week and whatever.
And so hold this.
We can just put it downstairs and have a little setup. And that'd be great. So
yeah. That's the plan.
We bought flooring as like a test. If it works, we'll buy more.
Yeah.
And yeah. Get some furniture, paint the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then we'll have a little setup. So
yeah.
Coming soon.
Coming so soon. One day we'll be in a different area.
Episode 15.
You might be right. I mean, we can look at our Amazon.
Yeah, let me see. Switch. Who's going to get it first? Oh, 23 subscribers.
Wow.
Hey, guys, like this video and comment.
It's 15. Thanksgiving and Am I the Asshole was 14.
Okay. Like this video and comment. Scale of 1 to 10, how busy are you for the holidays?
Yeah. And what's your favorite holiday?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's Christmas for me. It's busy, but...
That's surprising. I thought you'd at least like your birthday.
Nah.
Because your birthday's always a party.
I don't care. Just whatever.
We have to talk about what you want to do for your birthday this year.
Same shit we do every year. Have people over. No. Liz, I'm talking to you. No watermelon sour patch vodka. Yeah, just hang out, have a good time, play some games, play werewolf because we didn't play it at Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry, we didn't play it at what?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah. I was gonna say you kind of whispered that.
Long day.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. This drops on Wednesday.
It does. Recording it a day early.
Thank God.
So we got a little time.
I wanted to record it last night.
Yeah. It just wouldn't have worked out last night.
Why?
I don't think.
We don't have to talk about this on air.
We just didn't have time with him, and then we both just went to bed. So on air. We're going to get a little sign that says on air.
Do not disturb. Yeah. I like it.
Okay.
Right. Until next time.
See ya.
Bitch.